Yo, what's up people, what's up, welcome back to the channel, welcome back. So tonight we've got the TANSO Racing, TANSO Chewitt Mini Cooper Cup, Chewitt Racing, flipping it, get my words out, smoke up, what's going on? So it is, TANSO Racing Group's Chewitt Racing Mini Cooper Cup, there you go, managed to get my words out. Hatter, evening brother, you got your bits yet? Let me know. So we are round 3 tonight, live from Alsace Village. I've got no points screen to show you as such. Merch, stickers and t-shirts still available. Oh, why do you do that? Bow, blum, bam, boom. Yeah, enough of that. Right, let me make sure I turn this sound up for you lot as well early on, because I know I forget sometimes. So, sound on. So we've got a 15-minute qualifier, and then we've got a full 1 hour endurance. Hold on, sorry, no, I'm lying. We've got sprints tonight. 3 times 15-minute sprints. What am I talking about? And a 15-minute qualifier just kicked off, but I will just go through some points before we go into the race itself, or the qualifying. Again, no points sheet to show you, so I'll just read them off what I've got. So it is Rob Scott leading the championship at the minute with 97 points in total. Pete Harris in second, that's Pajonski, 74 points. Hatterlad in the chat, he's got 72 points for third. Cutler, which Cutler have we got? 182, he's got 69 points for fourth. IT43 is 66 points for fifth. Old Crawler, is that you? Is it? Oh, it's Frank Corby. I forget. Oh no. 55 points anyway, 6th place. Ricky J is in 7th with 49 points. Number 1 Pops is in 8th with 47 points. One Eye Lou, 41 points for 9th. We've got Paddle Shifter 10th with 28 points. Truck B in 11th with 20 points. D-Dot in 12th with 18 points. And Forky Jonesy with 14 points on the board. So that's points up until tonight. So 3 15-minute sprint races for you lot. Who've we got in the room? We've got we've got Cutler, we've got Pops, we've got Ricky J, we've got Old Crawler, Rob Scott, One Eye Lou, Hatterlad, D-Dot, IT43, Trucks B, Pajonski, and Drac Fury in the house. So 12 drivers on track. Let's get ourselves in, turn the nonsense on early on. Don't want to exit. Let's not exit. So Alsace Village, tricky circuit. Which way round is it? I don't even know which way is the right way, to be honest. It's just one of those tracks. It's a good one. It's very wide. There's a lot of off-camber corners on it. A lot of hairpinny type corners as well. Here's the great big banked right hand corner. Just catching the apex there, IT43. Who's ahead of him on track? There's somebody out. It's you, Old Crawler. Let's see if we can get a full lap on board with Old Crawler. So across the start finish line down towards turn 1. Catching the apex nicely. Almost a hairpin, that one. over the hill, a little bit of a right, a little bit of a left, tiny little bit of a right. Over the brow of the hill, left to an almost hairpin again as you come down the hill. Again, tricky. There will be some moves being thrown up the inside there early on in these races until they spread themselves out. Anyway, back up the hill, out of that corner, through the long sweeping left. Again, just wants to push you out wide on the exit. Having to let off the throttle there for Old Crawler. Down towards the 90 right. Little dink just on the apex there, can catch you out. Not so bad in the minis, but can be pretty tricky in the GR3s. So through that little kink to the right. Now another long sweeping left. This one again just wants to push you out wide. Nice and controlled there by Old Crawler through this banked right hand corner. All the way around there, another great big hairpin through the little left, down the short straight to the right, and then a hairpin. Again, there's a few of those on this circuit. Taking it nice and easy through there, Old Crawler, back on the power. Little short straight into a 90 left and up the hill. Through the banners and the bridge, down to the final couple of corners. Just got to get these right as well. They can be a bit tricky if you carry a little bit too much speed in. Catches the apex nicely on the first corner, and then on to this start finish straight and back across the line. Let's just see what sort of time Old Crawler puts in. It's a 2:16.4, so he sticks himself in 9th position on the grid. Taking the wide route. It is Hatterlad on pole at the minute, 0.6 of a second up. He's got himself a 2:12.993 on the clock. Next closest is D-Dot. He's got himself a 2:13.6. IT43 third, 2:13.7, not far behind D-Dot. Rob Scott about a quarter of a second back, 2:13.94. The Chocolate Monster. Cutler, we just saw him getting himself back on circuit, so this is probably going to be a thrown away lap. Yeah, we're already on 2:15s. He has got himself a 2:14.966, apologies, for 5th at the minute. Coming in the pits as well, got a little bit of rear end damage. Track Fury, 6th position, 2:15.1 for him. Trucks B in 7th, 2:15.4. J in, just been pushed down to 10th. Pajonsky's just gone quicker into 2nd. So Ricky J's got a 2:15.6. Let's just see what Pajonsky's put in. He has closed that gap on Hatter. Just under a quarter of a second. He's got a 2:13.4 for Pajonsky. Hatterlad just on that 2:12.9, just under that 2:13 mark. Where had we got to? Oh, there is a driver swapping all over the place again. Rob Scott's gone quicker into 5th. One Eye Lou's gone quicker, 2:14.8 into 6th. Pushes Cutler down and Drac Fury and Trucks B and Ricky J. Old Crawler now in 11th, 2:16.4. And number 1 Pops, 2:13.9 is his fastest, but it's not showed up as a blue lap, so I'm assuming he's got that one wrong somewhere. Here's current pole sitter Hatter. He's not going quicker this lap. So 3 sprint races. They do have 3 sets of tyres they can use throughout the evening. They've got 1 set of softs, 1 set of mediums and 1 set of hards, and it's up to them how they use them. They are only allowed to use 1 set per race, so I would assume as per most weeks, it's going to be a mix of mediums and hards for race 1 and 2. You may see 1 or 2 drivers opt for the softs, and majority will probably save the softs for the final race, but could be wrong. Hatter, what's he going to put in? It was slower, not by a lot though. He did manage to gain some time back. It was a 2:13.0, far off his previous. Johnski though, what's he going to put in? 2:13.1, closes that gap right up on Hatter. Still got an opportunity. What are we? Just 10 minutes into this qualifying. Still 5 minutes remaining. IT43 holding third position. 2:13.5. What am I doing? I'm playing with the mouse. I don't need the mouse. The mouse is not helping me at all. D-Dot also fourth at the minute. So he is streaming his POV live. You'll see his ugly mug on his stream over there on Facebook as well. Unfortunately. Is he back with or without beard now, D-Dot? I know you took it off, which wasn't pleasant for anyone. Rob Scott, 5th still. Number 1 Pops just finding some time. 2:14. Oh, he's not finding time. Sorry, he has put a qualifying lap in now. 2:14.5. 6th position for number 1 Pops. Has gone quicker, but it didn't register as a hot lap. One I lose 7th. 2:14.8. Cutler pushed down to 8th now. 2:14.9. Track Fury in 9th. 2:15.1 again. Lap 2. A lot of drivers finding their fastest lap on lap 2. Ricky J 10th. 2:15.6. Crawler in 11th. He's got a 2:16.4. Tricks B in the pits. So 3 minutes left of quali. Hatterlad still holding that pole position, not able to go quicker that lap either. Where's Bajonski? What are he saying? That's not quicker either. It's 2:15.8 then for Bajonski. Again, a couple of laps remaining to try and better these times. So in race 1, they have their 15-minute race, and then the top 3 from race 1 have to add a little bit of extra ballast to their car for race 2, and to start from the back, so it is a reverse grid as well, so it makes it a little bit trickier. And then when they finish race 2, the same thing happens. So the top 3 from race 2 then add some extra weight. The first drivers reset their weights down to the standard 1050, and then the winners of race 2, first, second and third, add the extra weight on, and then they go into the final race. But it's not a reverse grid for race 3. It is grid positions as of final standings from race 2, if you understand that. I understand that. So wherever they finish in race 2 is where they start race 3 in. That's enough for you, Rob Scott. Yep, nice wide track. Plenty, I think everyone knows the circuit. Plenty of room for these minis to go thrashing about around here, that's for sure. This is actually a replacement for Goodwood, which we used to have in the league, but unfortunately Goodwood decides that it's going to mess with everyone's internet or something, and there's just something wrong with it, and it sticks people in the pits. It stops people leaving the grid. It makes people disappear completely from the circuit. I watched a commentated over race, and the guy up front, let's say we're watching number one Pops, for instance, and he was like, yeah, number one Pops leading the race, blah 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 blah, not realising there was another guy on track actually leading the race, different guy. But on my screen, this number one Pops was first, if you like. This guy didn't even show up. He wasn't in the lobby. He wasn't on track. There was no name for him. Nothing. And everybody else had the right numbers. It was bizarre. So we've ditched Goodwood, and we are now using Alsace Village as the replacement. That's enough of you as well. Number one Pops. Let's have some one-eye Lou. No to war. Qualifying over 15 minutes up then, so they do get to finish these laps. So it's now or never for these drivers to try and better these times. Jonesy, evening. Track Fury GT Amiga livery. He's trying some Fast and Furious showing off in front of D-Dot. Didn't work. Oh, he's on an out lap, so that doesn't count anyway. Trucks B, who's still on might still be on a hot lap. And unfortunately, because these boys, the second they finish the race, they chuck themselves in the pits. And they change their tyres to whatever tyres they want for the race, because they're not allowed the super softs. It does throw them out of order on the grid on the left, on the list on the left, so just be aware of that. Preferred Goodwood, yeah, it is a wicked track, Jonesy. It is a wicked track. It makes some awesome racing, but it's just always glitchy. It's always glitchy. Don't know what's going on. Drivers appearing, parking up on the grid and reversing up, and all sorts of bizarreness. So Hatterlad, got one more driver still out on track, but I don't think he's on a hot lap. Could be. Not even sure who it is. Let's see if we can look at the chaos. Come on. Oh, it's truck to B. He's got a penalty, so that could be this lap thrown in the bin. Yeah, I like Goodwood personally, Jonesy. It is a good fast. Okay, yeah, truck B not bothering then. So it is Hatter still on pole. Pajonski second. He's still out. Oh no, he's not. This is way late. Second then, IT43 in third. Rob Scott fourth, I think. D-Dot fifth. Did Rob Scott go quicker? Yes, he did. 2:13.5 in that last lap. Then seventh. D-Dot then fifth. One Pop sixth. One I Lou seventh. Track Fury in eighth. Trucks B ninth. Ricky J 10th. No, because Cutler's got to fit in there somewhere. So I don't know where Cutler's going to slide. He was about where are you? 7th, 8th. So it could be in between Trucks B and Drag Fury, or in between Trucks B and Ricky J, unless he managed to go quicker. I don't know. Where's next week's Enduro? Now you're asking. That means I've got to do things and look at stuff. I'll find out. So everyone's got to ditch the super softs that they qualified on and stick either softs, mediums or hards on. There they are, all lined up out at Alsace. Trucks. We only asked you to change tyres. No need to leave. Next week, round 4. Is that the one? Oh yeah, there's round 3 Goodwood, which we're replacing with this. So it is Blue Moon Bay Speedway, Infield A. So it's the track that looks like a, well, I think it looks like a bit of a fetus. Yeah, so endurance next week at Blue Moon Bay. 15-minute qualifier and then a full 1 hour smash-a-thon. Again, they do have to follow the similar rules to this, so they are allowed 3 sets of tyres, soft, mediums and hards. They are only allowed those 3 sets throughout the race, so they've got to be careful how they use them. Drivers on the, so Johnson's gone mediums, hards for Dida, mediums for Rob Scott. Ricky J has gone for hards in the first stint. Again, that does seem to be the popular option, the mediums and the hards for stint 1 and 2. And then most people save Hatter pole, you know it. Most people save the soft till last, but we'll see. Mediums on for Drac. Time for all the other drivers to come out of the pits. IT43 on the hards. My Lou is on the hards. Hatter is on the hards, Cutler is on the hards, and number 1 Pops I think is on the hards. Well, he's on the hards now. So here we go, first 15-minute little smosh-a-thon. So I hope they can all get through turn 1 clearly. Late sweep, right, so we wait for these lights to drop. We've got the red lights going on now. No false starts, people, they're away then. It's not a great start from IT43, he's getting swamped from behind. D-Dot's coming up the inside, where is he? Rob Scott 3 wide as they head into turn 1. And up front, Pachonsky went for a bit of a move on Hatter, didn't work out, so Hatter holds on to the lead. Pachonsky second, Cutler up into third. Rob Scott in fourth. They pile over the hill down towards the first of these tricky hairpins. D-Dot looking to run next to Rob Scott down the hill. IT43 looking for a way back through as well. Oh, where's One Eye Lou going? There, brakes locked on, did One Eye Lou. Everyone's still on circuit. Back up front, we've got Pachonsky having a look at Hatter. Hatter holding that inside line though into this next turn. Cutler thinking which way to go. Rob Scott holding that fourth. Oh, Hatter goes a little bit wide. Pachonsky comes up the inside. He has got the lead at the minute. Has Hatter got his nose up the inside? No, he hasn't. Oh, yes. Has he? No. Doesn't have it. Pachonsky now takes the lead of the race. Oh, Cutler's gone a bit wide, gets it back on track. He's going to lose a bit of time into this corner. It's going to be under threat from D-Dot through here, side by side. Hatter squeezes back up the inside in that long sweeping banked right-hander. Back up into first. Pachonsky second. Rob Scott into third, then Cutler driving himself off circuit. D-Dot gets through into fourth. IT43 into fifth. Cutler sixth now then. Drac Fury running right round the outside of Cutler. Oh, Hatterlad's got it all wrong in the hairpin. Into the wall he goes. Has he picked up damage? No, he's got away with that. Pajonsky then leads. Rob Scott second. D-Dot now third. Positions swapping all over the place. IT43 and Cutler side by side into that turn. IT43 just wins out. Track Fury has a look at Cutler. He's now got the advantage through this final corner and into the first turn as well. Pajonsky's having to go defensive from Rob Scott. Cutler's having to go defensive from Track Fury. Track Fury's got up the inside though. He's on the mediums. Cutler is on the hard tyre. Hattelad on that hard tyre as well, getting himself back up to pace after coming off that hairpin on the other side of this circuit. Medium tyre for Pajonsky. Rob Scott thought about a little look up the inside, a little bit too far back on that corner. Again, medium tyre on board. Hards on for D-Dot, doing well then to cling on to the two drivers in front. T43 got a little bit of a gap in front and behind. Hattelad though coming back through the field, he's got himself back past Cutler and Drag Fury. Drag Fury and Cutler having a go back at each other. Oh, IT43 has a little bit of a drift across the grass. Gets it back on circuit, but under threat from those three drivers behind. Oof, drifting these minis into these corners, absolutely hammering them in. Cutler then 7th, number 1 pops in 8th, Crawler 9th, Ricky J 10th, One Eye Lou in 11th. Have we lost a driver? I thought we had 12. Pajonsky and Rob Scott still battling now. Oh, Rob Scott has a little look at the inside of the hairpin. Pajonsky chops the door closed, and Rob Scott has to think about another move. Let's get ourselves on board with a little bit of Rob Scott. So 0.7 of a second back. D-Dot just 0.9 of a second back, so different tyre strategies on the top two drivers on the medium tyre. D-Dot on the hard tyre. There he is. There's a big fight happening behind. Let's get ourselves back to that. Hatter under pressure from IT43. Has got his nose in front, but Hatter's going to have the advantage into the corner. IT43 runs a tiny bit wide. Drag Fury not managing to gain anything through there. Cutler does though, he sweeps himself into 5th position. IT43 6th, Drag Fury 7th. Cutler now having a look at Hatter. He's got his nose up the inside into this little hairpin here. To leave enough room for Cutler to come through, and unfortunately that's left the door open for IT43 as well, almost. Hatter just holds on to the position through there though. Drag Fury now has a little look at IT43. IT43 getting the slipstream. Again, just thinks about a move. Cutler's gone off. All those positions, or is Drag Fury going to not? Oh, I think Cutler's going to hold on to that one, is he? Drag Fury, off track for Drag. The ball pops in the background, has followed him off. Now to go and see what's happening up front. So Pajonsky has managed to pull a little bit of a gap from Rob Scott, almost a second. Rob Scott has got a bit of breathing room from behind as well. D-Dot now 1.7 seconds back on those hards, but doing a really good job of holding on to these two drivers in front. Hatter then still holding 4th under pressure from IT43. Cutler now a little way back after that off-track action. 1.5 seconds back for Cutler. Track Fury back on his tail as well. I'm sure he'll have a little bit of fury after running on the grass. A bit of a door banging session with Cutler, 6th and 7th. Oh, Cutler's gone deep into the wall. Drag Fury might be able to work it out here, carrying better speed through that final corner, but cut the hole to the inside line. Crawler getting involved in this fight as well. Number 1 Pops not too far back either. One Eye Lou drops down to 10th position, 2.9 seconds back. And Ricky J. Ricky J got damage all over the place. He's going to have to get that repaired. He's going to lose a lot of time. Pajonski then still leads just over a second now from Rob Scott, pulling more time over D-Dot as well. Hatter still under threat. IT43 almost pushing him. Around this long sweeping left. Bit of a run down to this right-hander at the bottom. Is it going to work for IT43? I don't think he's close enough. IT43 almost off circuit. Drag Fury off circuit. Oh. Crawler gets through then. Number 1 Pops now putting the pressure on. Drag Fury has squeezed himself through into 8th. No damage on for Drag. His mediums are looking pretty worn out already though. One Eye Lou on the hards. Ricky J also on the hards, back out on circuit, getting himself repaired. 25 seconds back though. Pajonski up front, lost a bit of time now to Rob Scott. In that slipstream zone is the purple monster. D-Dot then on those hards, struggling a little bit now, 3.7 seconds back. But he's still got a great big gap behind him to Hatter though, 4.1, 4.2. Still under threat from IT43 here as well is Hatter. The better run out of here. It's not the longest start finish straight in the world. 4 of a second in it. It's not going to be close enough before turn 1. Comes down a little bit now. 0.3 of a second. IT43 got the nerve to chuck it up the inside here. Oh, not quite. Hatter lad. He's got himself side by side, but Hatter's got the advantage into this next corner. IT43 then hot on the tail of Hatter down towards this right-hander at the bottom. Hatter again just holding the inside line into the braking zone. IT43 really wants that 4th position. Pajonski and Rob Scott still bumper to bumper pretty much as well, just 0.6 of a second in it between these two. Looking calm in the Mini there, Pajonski not even giving his rear view mirror a glance. Starting to show wear now. Ooh, drifting wide there for Pajonski. Rob Scott takes a slower entry into that corner. Closes the gap up to 0.3 of a second. Quarter of a second between them. Down towards these last couple of corners. Nowhere for Rob Scott to go at the minute. Needs to stick with Pajonski and try and get a run on him out of this final corner. Loses a tiny bit of time through that little complex. Might just be enough to keep Pajonski safe for another lap. Spinning those mediums up again. In the background, comfortably in 3rd. There is Hatter and IT43 just coming around turn 1 as well. Still bumper to bumper those two. Now Rob Scott has a look up the inside into the hairpin. Just shows his nose. Ooh, quite able to hit the apex. Like Pajonsky gave him plenty of room as well initially, and then realised Rob Scott wasn't going to be able to make it. Found the apex again. DK10, evening. I'm fine, thank you, mate. I'm fine. Rob Scott then. Let's just have a quick flick at Rob Scott. So he's got a little bit more fuel on board. His tyres are looking very similar. So these boys pushing these mediums. D-Dot then holding that third position. IT43 still hanging on to Hatter for the time being. They are still 4.1 back from third place D-Dot. There he is. Cutler then sixth. He's got Old Trawler for company still. Number one Pops and Drag Fury not too far back either. One Eye Lou another 6.7 seconds back in 10th. And Ricky J, after getting damaged and getting repaired again, is now 24.7 seconds back, unfortunately. Yeah, he ended up with full transmission, full front end. Fight's over for a second. 1.1 seconds the gap between Pajonsky and Rob Scott. So just a final lap to go then for these two. 1 minute left on the race clock. These laps being 2 minutes 15, 2 minutes 14. Will be last lap you are watching now, and it is Pajonsky leading now, 1.4 seconds up the road from Rob Scott. D-Dot holding that third position on the hards. Hatterlad now pulled a bit of time over IT43, getting on that hard tyre, fourth position. IT43 in fifth, tried his hardest to get back past Hatter. Wasn't to be. Cutler has also pulled a bit of time from Old Trawler, just a second in it though between these two. Number one Pops and Drag Fury again, half a second back at most. Gonna have to be 10th, I think, for One Eye Lou, unless somebody ends up in a wall. That's already happened to this man, so there it is. The final lap marker shows up. I've got about a third of this circuit left. Maybe a teeny bit more. Maybe a teeny bit more. It's going to be work for Rob Scott to try and get that time down then. Only a few corners left through this hairpin. Spinning those hard tyres up for Pajonsky. 1.1 seconds the gap. It's going to be an all-in Hail Mary down through these last couple of corners for Rob Scott, unless he's going to be comfortable just sitting in second. It does look like he's quite comfortable with that second. Pajonsky, he has brought that time down. It's not going to be enough before the line. So it is going to be Pajonsky that takes the win in race one. Almost a second over Rob Scott in second. D-Dot then comes through in third position. Ended up getting it wrong somewhere. Picked up damage, did D-Dot. Hatterlad closed the gap up in the end. 1.3 seconds back, fourth position. IT43 taking fifth. Cutler sixth. Old Trawler seventh. Number one Pops in eighth. Drag Fury backwards for ninth. Lou 10th. Little wiggle of the rear as we come across the line, and Ricky J just coming over the hill. Not received shirt yet. Oh my god. All right. All right. If it's not here by the end of the week, I'll send another one out. Damn it. Postage, post people. Heartfelt shocking. Yeah, what was the track setting, the time of day and stuff? That might have made a bit of a difference. Might have. So there are race results then. Pajonski taking the win, Rob Scott second, D-Dot third, Hatter fourth, IT43 fifth, Cutler in sixth, Old Crawler seventh, number one Pops in eighth, Drac Fury ninth, One Eye Lou in 10th, and Ricky J in 11th. Ah, yeah, there was been a postal strike. You know what? I forgot about that. It's postal and rail strike, isn't there? Is there even a rail strike somewhere? There you go. Cutler just popping up in the chat saying that everyone's got to add a bit of weight. So the standard weight is 1050 or 1050 kilos. And they now have to adjust their cars up to, so third place from that race, i.e. D-Dot, he will be now 1085 kilos. Second place, which was Rob Scott, he will be 1097 kilos. And poor old Pajonski, he's going to be 1105 kilos for second race. Everyone else stays the same. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, see what happens. If it's not here by the end of the week, Hatter, just let me know and I'll send another one out. And if it turns up twice, then I suppose bonus for you. So race 2, another 15-minute sprint. Oh, One Eye Lou. Oh yeah, it was Trucks B that left, wasn't it? Why did Trucks B disappear? You're not racing? You're just coming for a play? I don't know why One Eye Lou's left the room. Yeah, Trucks B sneaking in and sneaking out. So, oh, that's not what I went to press because I was in completely the wrong place. The thing in my bob, come on, that's not what I wanted either, you know that. That's what I wanted. Yeah, so another 15-minute sprint. It's a reverse grid as well for the second race. So the top three from race 1, who unfortunately have got all that extra weight, also start from the back of the pack. So where are, let's see what tyres D-Dot's decided to stick on. He's gone for the softs in race 2. That leaves in the mediums for the final race. Drac Fury's left the room as well. What? Ricky J is trying to leave the track backwards. Why are people disappearing? I don't like it. Come back. Drac Fury, One Eye Lou, come on. Lou and Drac coming back. Is that a question or is that a statement, Cutler? Lobby crashed? What are you talking about, the lobby crashed? Maybe for them. It's not crashed for me. I've got full lobby options. Drac Fury's back, see? See if he can reset whatever he needs to reset or put his foot through the side of his PlayStation. Mine was playing up earlier when I first turned the stream on and the software and everything. The picture that was coming through on the TV was flicking off for a split second and coming back on for absolutely no reason. Just like a black screen, and then came straight back. And I got into a bit of a panic because at the time I didn't have the software up, so I couldn't see if it was going to come through on stream. But whether it needed just a little bit of warming up the old PlayStation, I don't know. But now it's been on for a while. I've got no flickering, so I'm hoping it was just a bit chilly. For race 2, I hope so, because he would have been starting in second position. Could have stuck some softs on and give it an tried to smash it. Hatter's gone for the mediums in stint 2. You're still rocking that Luton Town thing. Oh my god, that's the colours, isn't it? Orange, blue and white. Rob Scott's pulled over. He's gonna melt some chocolate into that big crack on the circuit. Like they do with tar. But right, here we go then. Race 2 just about to get underway. Rob Scott's still melting the chocolate. He's not going to have time to put it in the crack though. He's going to have to drink it before the race starts. Don't be hating the Luton. I'm not into football, but if I was, obviously because I'm from Leicester, I'd be a Leicester fan. So yeah, not hating on it. Not on Luton particularly, just football in general. Right, race 2. Lights are going on. Wait for these to drop. It is a reverse grid from race 1. Unfortunately, we're missing one eye, Lou. They're away now then. Ricky J gets off Drac Fury. So he's managing to get up the inside. Drac. He's on the soft tyre as well for this second stint. Might be able to use those to his advantage. Number 1 pops on the mediums. Gets overtaken by Ricky J, who's also on the softs. Pops then on those mediums. Third position at the minute. Cutler 4th. He's also on the mediums. D-Dot. Oh, Cutler slings one on the inside. Oh, almost 4 wide. Cutler, unfortunately, with that incident, takes out old Trawler, puts him in the grass for a second. Where is he? He's back on the circuit, getting entangled with the boys at the back. No damage on board, thankfully, and it is Drac Fury now starting to disappear a little bit. 1.2 seconds. Cutler's not having any of that though. Brings that gap down to a second into second position. IT43 having another bit of a decent race here in 4th. Oh, Hatterlad and number 1 pops come sneaking through. Hatterlad on the mediums, number 1 pops on the mediums, IT43 on the mediums. Rob Scott on the hard tyre, carrying that extra weight from race 1. D-Dot as well, carrying a little bit of extra weight, as is Pajonski, carrying the most weight. And Ricky J and old Crawler 9th and 10th. No one-eyed Lou. So Drac Fury still hanging on to top spot. Got to not blow those softs out, make them work to his advantage. Again, he's got drivers closing up on him a little bit. Cutler's now only half a second back on that set of mediums. Can whisper a set of tyres around any circuit, this man. Also closing that gap back up, 0.6 of a second. Drac Fury having to go defensive. IT43 back into 4th position. Number 1 pops 5th. Oh, Cutler goes wide through there. Is that going to work in Hatalad's favour? 0.3 of a second. It's definitely going to work in Drac Fury's favour. Get back up to half a second. Hatalan all over the rear bumper of Cutler. He's going to make a move into this turn. Cutler has to go a little bit defensive, but gets it wrong on the way in. Hatalan then sneaks through into 2nd, Cutler 3rd. IT43 still under pressure from number 1 pops in that 4th position. Rob Scott moving up the field, 6th position. D-Dot following him through 7th. Kajonski 8th. Again carrying that extra weight. Old Trawler hanging onto his rear end in 9th. Oh, Ricky J, where have you gone? No damage luckily this time. Oh, you have had damage, haven't you? You've been in the pits. Oh, Ricky J. 13.6 seconds back. Now, Drac Fury using those medium tyres. What he really wants is Hatter and Cutler to have a bit of a punch-up, but Drac Fury goes a little bit wide, leaves the door open. Hatter carries a bit of extra speed through that corner, just sticks one up the inside of Drac. Drac coming back though. It's going to be a 4-way battle. I don't even want to look. It might be a 5-way battle. Has to run out wide there, Drac. So it is Hatter from Cutler. Oh, Drac trying to come back up the inside of Cutler. Cutler gets nudged into the wall this time. Proper punch up at the front of this race for the first 4.5 minutes so far. But it is Hatterlad leading the race at the minute on those mediums. IT43 took that corner deep, under pressure again from Drac Fury and number 1. Oh no, sorry, it's IT40, the number 1 Pops that's managed to sneak through. I say that as Drac Fury comes through. Number 1 Pops doesn't want to leave that door open. He'll have IT43 coming up. Those liveries are so similar. Catches me out. Still having a fight here. D-Dot then through into 5th as well. Got himself past Cutler with that little bit of off-track action. Rob Scott bolted onto the back end of these two as well. 7th position for Rob Scott. Oh, Cutler and D-Dot side by side. D-Dot then just holding his nose next to Cutler. Gets himself through into 5th. Cutler's coming back at him. These 2 drivers he's having a battle with at the minute are both carrying more weight than him. So he might be able to just fend these 2 off. We'll see though. But number 1 Pops and IT43 still having a punch up with Drac Fury in front. Kajonski 8th, Old Crawler 9th, still hanging onto the rear end of Kajonski. Ricky J, unfortunately, 13 seconds back. Pulling some time back on who was it? Oh, Crawler, of course it was. So, Hatter, the Luton Town liveried Mini, now 1.4 seconds over the road from Drac Fury. He's managed to get himself into 2nd again. Soft tyres have got a big lump of wear in them already though. Use them while he can. 0.9 of a second over IT43, who's also got himself back past number 1 Pops. Cutler and D-Dot swap places again. They are bolted onto the back end of these 2 for the second half of this race. Still pretty bunched up. D-Dot still pretty much side by side into that, through that final corner. These 2 not able to swap places yet either. Ricky J still bringing that time down. 7.5 minutes left of this race. Let's see what Ricky J can do. So on the soft tyre as well. They're not looking too bad either. Again, he's probably had to have a slow lap in and spent some time in the pits, so he's actually not been out on circuit as long as everyone else. Still pulling time on those mediums. Then Drag Fury now under pressure from IT43. Doesn't make a move. He goes for a run on Drac on the exits. Oh, there's plenty of room given. Drac holds the advantage through that corner, but IT43 carrying some good speed through there. I think he's going to have the advantage. Is he? Yes, Drax had to leave the door wide open. There goes IT43 into second position then, now 2.3 seconds back from Hatter. Through this banked corner, Drag Fury coming back at him. Number one pops and D-Dot looking to come back as well. There is Rob Scott and Cutler just behind this battle. Still pretty close on circuit, to be honest. Can we even see Hatter? There he is, 2.6 seconds up the road. Seconds now. So just 6 minutes remaining in this race. Hatter looking comfortable. He's got the soft tyre left for the final stint, the final race. IT43, can he keep these mediums going for the rest of this race? D-Dot's up into third position. He's got the softs on this race. He's carrying a little bit of extra weight though. Drag Fury in a couple of positions, then down to fourth now, and number one Pops is going to have a think about that position, although Drag Fury is having a look back at D-Dot as they run down towards this little hairpin. D-Dot's holding the inside line. What's Drag Fury going to do? Both drivers on the soft tyre, but D-Dot carrying that little bit of extra weight, and D-Dot gets through. Drag Fury leaves the door open a little bit. Pops thinks about a little look, but Drag Fury now coming back at, I thought he'd got himself up the inside of D-Dot around that corner. Not to be. So Rob Scott sixth. Oh, Cutler looks up the inside, side by side through there. Still on the exit. Again, Rob Scott second position in race one, so he does carry over extra weight into race two. Cutler being lighter makes that look a little bit easy. Pajonsky 8th, still got Old Crawler hanging on to that rear end. Ricky J gets the gap down to 12.1. Nobody able to catch Hatter at the minute. 3.2 seconds out front. Now is IT43. Oh, he's got it wrong into the corner, a little bit too long on the brakes, and the car's gone sideways. He's pushed him into the wall. He's got some rear end damage. He's gone from second to sixth. Oh, what a shame for IT43. Won't bother getting that rear end repaired, I wouldn't have thought, not in the last 3.5 minutes. Scott then will think about having a go at sixth place driver. There's Pajonsky still with Old Crawler, not able to get past yet. Pajonsky on the hard tyre for the second stint, also got the soft tyre for the final stint, as has Old Crawler. Ricky J lost a bit of time, 13 seconds down. Another couple of tenths here, Hatter. D-Dot now into second. Drag Fury, he did say third, but it's now Cutler. Unless Drag Fury can hang it up the... No, he can't. I don't know. Cutler will have the advantage through this next corner. got number 1 Pops in the toe of Drac as well. Both drivers got to be careful here, Cutler and Drac. IT43 still 6th. Rob Scott not managed to get past him yet either. Pajonsky and Rob Crawler have not left each other's side from get-go, I don't think. Oh, poor Ricky J lost another second. Those soft tyres are looking very worn out now. So just under 2 minutes remaining on the race clock. That gives us 1 more lap. Everybody's still pretty close on circuit, to be honest. Edot then trying to bring that time down on those soft tyres. 2.9 seconds. He's got 1 lap to try and do it. Keep an eye on that. Cutler then 3.6 seconds back in 3rd. Drac Fury in 4th. Oh, he's under pressure from Pops and IT43. He's having to hug that curb. IT43 is thinking, I'm going to have a look around the outside. Drac Fury's trying to defend it. Number 1 Pops is having a look up the inside. Oh, into the wall though. Covers it too much. Oh, he's just going to hold on to it. He's battling for that 4th though. He's got a lap to go. IT43 and number 1 Pops going to try and run around the outside. 3 wide into turn 1. Fury just gets the braking done, but number 1 Pops comes back on the exit of that turn. Rob Scott now involved in this fight. He'll have a think about pushing his way through. Again, he is carrying that little bit of extra weight. Again, Pajonsky and Old Crawler not far back from this fight. 1.3 seconds, these 2 drivers. J now 14.7 seconds down. So Hatter has had his time chopped a little bit down to 2.5 seconds. I think it's a little bit too late for D-Dot. May still be able to bring the time down, but I don't think he's going to be able to get 2.5 seconds back on Hatter before the end of this race, not without a little mistake. Ooh, Cutler runs almost off circuit there. Oh, Drac Fury off track, gets it back on. Loses positions down to 7th. Pajonsky and Old Crawler are going to have a look at him now. Pajonsky goes through. Old Crawler now got Drac Fury to have a look at. Also just got his nose up the inside there. Now gets himself through into 8th position. Drac Fury, his tyres are absolutely beaten up then, that set of softs. Struggling to get around some of these corners. Ricky J then 14.7 seconds. Hatter then. Ooh, time has come down. Oh, there we go. TV's just flipped to black again. 1.6 seconds the gap. So tried his hardest then D-Dot, but it wasn't to be in race 2. He's carrying a lot of weight as well, D-Dot. There as well, but it is going to be Hatter that takes the win in race 2. D-Dot comes home for 2nd. Cutler takes 3rd. Still a punch up for 4th. Rob Scott is going to come through to take it. Thought he was looking dangerous. IT43 5th. Number 1 Pop 6th. Pajonsky 7th. Old Crawler 8th. Drac Fury 9th. Backwards across the line again. Drac Fury. And Ricky J in 10th. Better for Hatter. Again, complaining about the hards. Can't be complaining about those mediums. What are you doing, Ricky J? So, race 3 coming up. Positions on grid will be results from this race. So, as you see them here, it will be Hatter leading, D-Dot 2nd, Cutler 3rd, Rob Scott 4th, etc. That's what the next grid lineup will be. Again, top 3 from this race will be carrying over that extra weight. So again, Hatter, D-Dot and Cutler will all be carrying a little bit of extra weight over into race 2. Into race 3, but majority of drivers, I think, have got the soft tyre left. So we'll see how that works out for everyone. Everyone just getting their final set of tyres on. Cutler just resetting the lobby. Night time in the wet. Oh, it's not. Ooh. You on your way out, PlayStation? Huh? Don't want to have to be buying another PlayStation 4. IT43 in the chat. Pajonski's disappearing for 2 minutes. P-break, Pajonski, perchance. It's always a P-break. Unlucky IT43 anyway, unlucky mate. Oh, just got that hairpin wrong. Oh, IT43. Wasn't quite like that, but there's a good effort there, Drag Fury. Hatter 11:05 says it. A couple of chats up. So did I even bother to look at tyres? Softs on for old Crawler, mediums on for D-Dot for the final stint. He has just had the softs. Ricky J going backwards on the mediums. Rob Scott has gone for the softs for final stint. Fury have. He's got the hards on for the final stint. Oh yeah, he's just had the softs on, hasn't he? Unfortunately, he starts from near the back of the field as well. Pops on the softs. IT43 on the softs, and we just wait for a couple of other drivers to get back in the lobby. Maida. There he is. Going backwards. Go the right way around the circuit, but in reverse. I could tell you, I kind of know why they do it because I've done it myself, but I've no idea why we do these things. Here we go then, race 3 coming up. Hatter, D-Dot and Cutler will be carrying that extra weight over into this race from race 2. Is grid positions from race 2 as well. So it will be Hatter, D-Dot and Cutler first, second, third. Rob Scott 4th, IT43 5th, number 1 Pop 6th, Pajonski 7th, Old Crawler 8th, Drag Fury in 9th, and Ricky J in 10th. And again, unfortunately, no One Eye Lou for race 3. Not not able to get reset back in time. Lights going red then, wait for them to drop. We'll see how they get on in this final race. They're away now. It's not a great start from IT43. He's getting overtaken by Pajonski already. Holds the lead through turn one, Cutler second. Just to get past D-Dot. D-Dot on that medium tyre for the final stint. Cutler on the softs. Hatter on the soft tyre. Rob Scott also on that soft tyre. No extra weight for him either. Oof. Hatter chucking it into that first hairpin. One Pops holding 5th position. Pajonski 6th. IT43 7th, Drag Fury 8th, Old Crawler in 9th, and Ricky J in 10th. Just a half a second lead at the minute for Hatter. Soft tyres on for the top two. Look at Cutler, he's at the inside through this banked corner. The medium tyre on board as well, he's making those work well for him, but Cutler on the soft tyre, now third. Rob Scott also on that soft tyre, needs to make those work early on, got to get his, oh Cutler, oh Cutler's got it, oh swirly into the hairpin, manages to get the power down, but he's now under pressure from Pajonski and Rob Scott. It's a four-way fight as they run over the hill. Pajonski can't even find a gap through there. No. Oi. That's old D-Dot having a look up the inside. There's Rob Scott just sweeping across the nose of Cutler into 2nd position. Then Rob Scott. D-Dot gives Cutler a little bit of a nudge, gets out of the way, goes through into 3rd position. Pajonski sees the door open, comes through as well. Got to be careful here. There's IT43 having a look up the inside of Cutler. He's struggling here on these soft tyres. Number 1 Pops just 1/4 of a second back as well. It's an absolute punch up at the minute. Lad has just managed to avoid it all. He's now 2.7 seconds up the road, although his front wheel is glitching into the tarmac. Rob Scott then 2nd, Pajonski 3rd, Cutler 4th, Old Crawler 5th. D-Dot, what happened to you? 6th position, under pressure from Drag Fury and number 1 Pops and Ricky J. IT43 now down to 10th. Rear end damage for IT43. Not sure what's happened there. Anyone else with damage? Has there been a bit of collision? Maybe number 1 Pops getting his brake in the zone a little bit wrong, possibly giving IT43 a little shunt. Number 1 Pops and Drag Fury side by side through there. Number 1 Pops wins out. Ricky J though's managed to get his way past into 8th position as well, now on the hunt for 7th of number 1 Pops. Hatter comfortably in 1st, almost 3 seconds, 2.9. There is the battle behind Pajonski and Rob Scott. Both these drivers at the standard weight of 1050. Both drivers on the soft tyre. Cutler then 4th. A little bit of extra weight over into this race. Soft tyre on board. Old Crawler 5th. Soft tyre. Standard weight as well for Old Crawler. We'll see how he makes that work for him. D-Dot in 6th. He's on the medium tyre, carrying a bit of extra weight over as well from race 2. 1 Pops. Looking to close up on D-Dot, just a second back. Ricky J also just a second back from him in 8th. IT43 manages to make up a position, gets past Drac Fury. Drac's the only driver on the hard tyre for this final stint. Scott and D-Dot now side by side as they run into this, apologies, wrong part of the circuit. First hairpin, Rob Scott goes defensive, nowhere for Pajonski to go, puts a great big dent in the side of Rob Scott's Mini. Maybe the armoured chocolate chunks saved it, I don't know. Pajonski looking for any way past here. Back to Cutler in fourth. He's 1.8 seconds back from Pajonski. Another little look up the inside, but Rob Scott comes across, covers the apex. Extra speed through there as well, Pajonski, but it's still not enough to make the move on Rob Scott just yet. Just lets off the throttle on the way into the hairpin, and that's possibly what happened to IT43. Pajonski all over the back end of Rob Scott as they head up this hill. Wasn't enough. Tiny bit of contact slowed him down a little bit. Again, absolutely nothing in it between Rob Scott and Pajonski. There is Hatter just going through turn one. Is 3.2 seconds up the road. 3.3 now. Pajonski still not been able to get past, but in the background, Old Crawler has got himself. What's happened? Well, Cutler's not even on circuit. Old Crawler into fourth, D-Dot fifth, IT43 sixth. Old Cutler's near the back. Ricky J seventh. Drac Fury in eighth. Cutler rear end damage in ninth. Number one Pops in 10th, 13. Oh, number one Pops I think has been in the pits. Yes, he has. Must have picked up some damage, possibly in a collision with Cutler, hence why Cutler's at the back. No, because Cutler was in a fight with Old Crawler. No damage on for Old Crawler. Interesting to find out what's happened to Cutler then. Hatter lads just comfortably driving around this track. Is even racing. Less than half race, more than half race distance gone. 6.5 minutes left. 3.3 second lead for Hatter. Rob Scott still under pressure from Pajonski. To find a way past Rob Scott. They have been close rivals throughout these seasons. Couldn't even tell you how many seasons they've raced. There's been a few. Still only 0.4 of a second back. Nobody able to close up on Hatter though. I'll say that. The gap comes down to less than 3 seconds. A slight mistake from Hatter somewhere. Good run out of that corner for Pajonski. Rob Scott's definitely having to think about going defensive now. Into turn one. Oh, Pajonski tries up the inside. Not quite enough room for him to get through. Rob Scott holds on to that second. 5.5 minutes remaining. Crawler in fourth then, 5.5 back from that fight. D-Dot. D-Dot going to hold that fifth. He's carrying that extra weight. He's on the medium tyre. IT43 on the soft with a little bit of rear end damage. No extra weight for him. Does sweep through, then takes that 5th position. We'll see if D-Dot can work his way back past IT43. He's got another 4.2 back to Drag Fury, who's doing not too bad on those hards at the minute. He's still under pressure from Ricky J. Ricky J just 0.4 of a second back on a set of mediums. Might be able to make those work. Cutler, 9th. 5.3 seconds back. 4.5 minutes remaining. Let's see if Cutler can close anybody up. 3.3 back. What's happened to Ricky J? Ricky J's got it wrong somewhere, so he was all over the back of Drag Fury. He's lost a bit of time to that fight. He's going to come under threat from Cutler then. Now only 2.5 seconds back. And number 1 Pops trying to get back towards anyone. 12 seconds down at the minute. 4 minutes remaining. Hatter's managed to find that time back, so it did drop down to 2.9 seconds. And it is still Rob Scott in front out of this pair. They've been absolutely bumper to bumper. Ooh, Hatter lad. Pajonski thought about a move up the inside, had to have a bit of a wiggle on the way out, there was no room. Now 0.5 of a second back from Rob Scott. Can he get it done before the end of the race? That's the tyres, very similar on tyres, a little bit more fuel used by Pajonski. His car will be a teeny bit lighter. Crawler then 4.8 seconds down in 4th. IT43 closing the gap up on him though. D-Dot still only a second back in 6th as well. Drag Fury 7th, 6.7 back from D-Dot. He's got Ricky J in 8th, 2 seconds back. Cutler 2.4 seconds back. A little bit of rear end damage might just be affecting him on some of these longer, faster straights. One Pops is bringing that time down a little bit as well. 10.9 seconds the gap. Only 2.5 minutes left on the race timer, so it will mean one more lap for everybody. Gap's below 3 seconds again. Oh, Pajonski, Rob Scott. Ooh, they did swap places for a split second, but Rob Scott's not having it. He's not having it tonight. Rob Scott wants this second. Bit of lobby glitch then. Let's hope we don't get booted out. Lobby crash before the end of the race. One more lap for Pajonski to have a go at Rob Scott here then. Everybody's tyres starting to feel the heat. Hatter lad, maybe more than these two drivers behind, so his tyres looking a little bit more worn out than Rob Scott and Pajonski's. He is losing time to them as well. We got down to 2.2 seconds and dropping. Is he going to be safe for another lap with 2 seconds? If these two keep having a fight, he will be. Still 2.4 seconds between Hatter and Rob Scott. Careful on those tyres. Pajonski gets a move up the inside in turn 1. Rob Scott slots straight into Scott's straight into the back of him. Gets the toe as they head back up the hill towards this first hairpin. Pajonski's going defensive. Rob Scott's got to move up the inside. Lucky, but Rob Scott gets back through. He definitely wants this second position. I mean, Pajonski wants it as well, don't get me wrong. It's going to be a punch up for this final lap, that's for sure. Let's see what else we've got going off on track. Old Crawler holding that 4th position. IT43 just 1.4 seconds back as well. D-Dot's now only 1.4 back himself. Fury 7th. Still got Ricky J for company, just 0.5 of a second back. Cutler unfortunately lost more time, 5 seconds down. Number 1 Pops now 8 seconds between himself and Cutler. There it is, final lap just pops up then, 2.1 seconds, the gap to first. Rob Scott and Pajonski still hunting that position down. Pajonski still hunting Rob's second position down as well. He's just having to cover every opportunity here. Rob Scott, Pajonski's trying his hardest. Got to keep my eye on this battle as well. It seems to have stretched out a little bit between those two. Rob Scott and Pajonski absolutely neck and neck as they come out of the hairpin. Still nowhere for Pajonski to go. Ooh, Rob Scott's run wide. He's thrown it all away in the last couple of corners. Pajonski gets through. He's going to pull time over Rob Scott as well. But it is going to be Hatter. The gap down to 2 seconds. Those tyres screaming to be changed right about now. Less than 2 seconds. But it is Hatter taking the win here for race 3. Pajonski comes home for 2nd. Rob Scott takes 3rd. Throws it all away. Loses that 2nd position in the last couple of corners. Old Crawler takes 4th. IT43 5th. D-Dot takes 6th. Ricky J does get past Drac Fury into 7th. Drac Fury, he's been into a wall. He's ended up 8th position with damage. Cutler takes 9th. And number 1 Pops is going to come home in 10th position. There we go, race 3 of the evening done and dusted. Is that 2 wins for Hatter tonight? Ooh, points, points, points. Yeah. But yeah, some good racing in that last one. Oh, Rob Scott threw it away. What the? Did anyone actually see that? Something just went pinning across. Let me see if I can watch the replay or on the stream. Don't know who that was going across the track sideways at like 107 million miles an hour. Oh, no, it was a glitch in the matrix that flew across the track. It was a white blob that appeared. Who knows? Woohoo, says Hatter. Woohoo, he's happy with that one. Is that 2 wins for you, Hatter? Is that 2 wins for you tonight? Points, points, points. That's what it's all about. Yeah, but some real good racing in that last race. Interesting to find out what happened to Cutler. No problem, Mr. Dot. No problem. I did give your stream a shout out, so I don't know whether anyone came to see you, but they may have. I don't know. But yes, that's round 3 done and dusted. Back next week. Where did I say we were? Blue Moon Infield A. Next week for a 1 hour enduro. Again, very similar setup with the 3 tyres, 3 sets of tyres they're allowed to use, softs, medium and hards. But obviously it's a full 1 hour race, 4th, 1st and 1st. There you go, Hatter. Points, points, points. So they have to use that mandatory 3 sets of tyres, no more, no less, soft, medium and hards, and they have to make them all last for an hour. No problem, Rob Scott. No problem at all. But yes, that's pretty much going to be it from me. Let's see, what have we got coming up? Wednesday night at 8:30, I am back with the Team Oliver Racing GR3 League. I think we're at Toyota Tokyo this week. For a full 1 hour endurance, nothing but concrete and steel lining that circuit, so fast GR3 cars through there as well. Let's hope they've not got the rain on, otherwise it could be absolute chaos and mayhem. We'll see though. And then Thursday night at 7:45 we've got the MDCC League hosted by DMJ Vroom Room, and that's another GR3 league. And it is, sorry, it's GR3 split GR4s. What are we this week? What did we do last week? Come on, Dot. Come on, Dot. Help me out, bruv. Are you even in the chat anymore? Bro! Let's just have a look. What? What were we in last week? It wasn't that. So we were in the GR3s last week, which means we're in the GR4s this week, which means a 2-race format, 15-minute and a half an hour. That's Thursday at 7:45. So back same time, same place next week, Monday night, 8:30 for round 4 of the minis at Blue Moon Bay. Wednesday night at 8:30 for Team Oliver Racing GR3 League over there at Tokyo, and I don't even know where we're at for DMJ Vroom Room on Thursday at 7:45. But that's the lineup. That's what we've got coming up. So make sure you come and check it out. I will post it all up on the Facebook page. Well, I try to post it all up on the Facebook page. Sometimes I forget. But there you go. But yeah, that's it from me. I hope you've liked what you've watched. If you have, give it a like, comment, subscribe. But most of all, tell your mates. Tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of it.